How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Air Drawn Dagger with us, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
Cool, yeah. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Are we saying that?
Yeah, so we'll try that again. Right, I'm Lewis. I play guitar in Air Drawn Dagger.
And I'm Maisie, and I sing in Air Drawn Dagger.
Awesome. So the first
Going
question,
great.
guys, gotta ask, how did you start out the band? How did you get your members?
Sure, yeah. I met Maisie a few years ago because we're in Sheffield at the minute, and I came here from Manchester for university. That's when I met Maisie, and we just started writing songs in the back of her parents' like cake shop after hours, and yeah, we just started writing acoustically and just playing some shows. Then we found our drummer Ross, and after that we haven't really stopped gigging since, really. Just sort of like released an EP, and then have been releasing singles ever since that, and yeah, touring all over the UK and some international shows as well.
That's awesome. And I guess you connected over like similar musical interests, or was it more so like, hey, I want to be in a band. Do you want to be in a band? I know you sing.
Yeah,
like, would that
kind
work
of
out?
both, wasn't it? Really, it's kind of both. We had like a lot of the same influences, but the same with our drummer Ross as well. Same sort of basic influences and of the like rock genres, but then also completely different things that we like individually that we always wanted to like incorporate in a band as well. So the kind of one rule was that we weren't really going to write with any rules in mind. It was gonna anything goes.
Do what you want. I like that.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
All right, guys, kind of to follow up what I was just talking about, the influences, who influenced you, like, at the start, like, who really wanted you to get started into music and, like, pushed you to do that?
So for me, I've always been like a massive My Chemical Romance fan. So obviously they've just come back around.
Yes.
It's amazing.
We freaked out.
Yeah, we were sat here all together. Like we were really grateful that we found out about it when we were in the same room. But
I was just pacing and sweating, and I didn't know what to do with myself.
And then there's loads of kind of bands that tie us all together. There's like Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, we're all massive fans of.
Yeah,
Creeper,
yeah.
who've also just come back.
Yeah.
A lot of like kind of like rock stuff that we sort of influenced by. A lot of the stuff that we grew up on, your My Chem, your Fall Out Boy, stuff like that. And yeah, individually, a lot of different stuff really. It's, I know you range from a lot of like other punky stuff to like electronic stuff, which we kind of blend on as well. Our drummers like grew up listening to a lot of metal, so that comes through as well, even though you might not hear it.
Yeah.
Lots of different stuff. Reggae, folk, techno. It's all fair game, really.
Yeah, I felt like what stuff that I was listening to was kind of like a mix between like a little bit emo, there's like a little bit of rock, even a little bit of metal in there, like very faintly, but I knew it was there because that's what I love, so that's what
Man.
that's what I
It's
gravitate.
all mixed in a little bit.
But I felt like it was all very like together. It was all mixed together very nicely, and I didn't feel like it was like you guys just kind of like, oh, it was like taking bits and pieces of everything, kind of like mashing it together, which was awesome. But yeah, you had mentioned Creeper. They're fantastic. I feel like they're like stupidly underrated, and then as well as My Chem, that was just so wild. I feel like nobody really knew about it, but like it's still.
I know.
It's nuts.
I don't know. Both bands have come back this week, and it's just a bit too much. I don't really know what to do with myself now. I feel a bit emotionally unstable. Well, I do anyway, but I feel more emotionally unstable.
Oh,
this
I
week
got you.
than anyone.
As soon as I was like at work and I like found out about it, I was like flipping out. So it was awesome. But next question, guys. What are some favorite venues you guys like to play at or catch shows at in your free time?
We like the Sheffield's got good venues. We like playing a venue here called Corporation, which is we've got really good rooms, and then there's always a filthy club night afterwards, so that always helps things. Cafe Totem's really good. The Lead Mill's also really good venues here. Venues we played elsewhere.
Like Percy's. Percy's is like crazy. It's like in the middle of nowhere. You have loads of like taxidermy and like skeletons. Like the stage is outside for some reason, which kind of puts people in a weird mood, which is in a good weird mood. But yeah, that's like the craziest venue. Like everyone seems to know about it up and down the country. Everyone's like, "Oh, have you ever played Percy's?"
It's like the worst kept secret. It's weird. It's like this tiny village in the middle of England, in like Shropshire, which is just like fields and sheep, and then in the middle of this quiet little sleepy town is like this ridiculous rock club.
That is sick.
Super weird, and they've got like a giraffe skeleton there.
And they've got like the pet crow.
Got a pet crow, a real pet crow.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they just live
What?
there.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's really good. And in terms of other venues we played, I think like maybe the Viper Rooms we did when we played in
Yeah.
LA. That was such a historic venue, so that was
Yeah,
really cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that and we played. Oh, what was the place in San Francisco? Oh shit.
Yeah, I know.
Green Day have just been filming a video there the other day.
Oh yeah. I know it too, but
You know what I'm
you
saying?
just brought it up. Now I'm gonna
Totally
forget it.
forgot.
But
I'll send it you after this. But yeah, San Francisco, best. Yeah, really good venues. Really good venues. Yeah.
so you guys have, I guess you have either played in the States at some point or something like that. That's really cool. Do you guys plan to, I guess, play in the States more? I mean, I feel like that's a lot of people's like dreams is to just like do
Yeah,
like
totally. We were
US
really
tours and stuff.
lucky. Yeah, we were really lucky to do it at the end of last year, and we're hoping to go back next year. So yeah, it was just fantastic to do a little West Coast run. We'd like to make it longer, but yeah, it's not always doable. But
Well, here's the hoping. Maybe East Coast, because I'm in New Jersey, which is close to
oh,
Philadelphia.
really?
So maybe it's a little bit, I feel like it's a little bit more feasible if it's East Coast, because UK and East
Okay.
Coast are pretty close. So I feel like it could happen.
Sure, yeah.
Kind
Just
of.
over the road,
Just
man.
over
You're
the
fine.
road, man. Come on. We could do it. We could do it. Next question, guys, kind of the follow up, the venues that we were just talking about. What was the last show that you attended that you didn't play, like one that you just went to?
Last night we saw some friends play. Last night, a band called Moliana. They're really good.
Oh, yeah.
They did a headliner last night and they killed it. It was really good. And the night before that, we saw some other friends at a show as well. Owen, who does a feature on one of our tracks,
Oh,
our
nice.
last single, his band Havelock. They played a headline set in a really small venue called the Washington, which is another weird kind of like punky underground bar. Sort of, yeah, it was really good. We've had a spoiled for live music at the minute in our city. Nice.
There we go. Well, that's always good. Sometimes it could be a little bit of a dry spell, but I'm glad you guys you're going to see some really cool bands. But fun question, guys. If you could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
Cover. This is like anything, any genre, anything goes.
I feel like anything that you want to do that you feel like you guys would kill it on a cover.
We've been pretty weird with our covers in the past. Like anything has gone. We've done like little series of things where we do like 6 weeks, and it's just like songs we like. We've done anything from Dolly Parton to Post Malone to like.
That's cool. Okay.
God, we've done some weird stuff. We've done some mashups. Did a Kanye and the Smiths mashup once that I think is still available.
That's weird. I like that though.
There was no need.
Better than it sounds.
Don't know if it was better than it sounds, but it happened. It happened. I don't know. What have we not covered that we want?
I feel like there's always so many things that we're just like, oh, it'd be really fun to have a go at that. Like all the new like Post Malone stuff's like amazing. Like his new album's ridiculously good.
Yeah, we said we might do that. There is a Lizzo cover in our set at the minute.
Ooh,
Not
okay.
a lot of people have heard it yet, but it's probably going to be in there for a while because she's great.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
she's
like,
fantastic.
yeah, it's like a proper, unashamedly pop punk version though. But yeah, so come to a show and hear that.
Awesome, guys.
Anything else? I don't know. Maybe like Shania Twain.
Ooh,
I love Shania Twain.
Okay. I was not expecting that, especially after Lizzo. I was like, I feel like, two completely different women of music, but totally cool.
Two great
nonetheless.
sassy ladies.
There you go, guys. Next question, another fun one as well. Gotta ask, favorite food to eat. What's the go-to meal?
Favorite food?
Yeah.
That's gonna take me a minute.
Ooh.
We're a really fat band,
We
so
eat a lot.
we are like
We do food markets before show.
Oh,
if there's
that's
a
awesome.
food market, we will find it
hunt it down. It's kind of the only reason we're really in a band is so
I
we
feel
can
like
travel and eat.
and eat,
Just
definitely.
eat places.
I mean, I feel like we eat a lot of like pizza.
Eat a lot of pizza. Yeah, we're quite carb heavy. We're not
Yeah.
great on trying to duck those carbs. So yeah, pizza, burgers as well.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. I don't know. I love a good bolognese. I love a
Yeah.
bolognese or a bit of a lasagna. I like Italian. I don't know. I can't make. We love halloumi curries as well.
I'm really into more like
Thai as well.
like Thai, like Japanese, like everything. We have everything. Like
everything. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick
We just kind of listed all of the foods. So
everything with chips.
oh yeah,
fries.
yeah. Everything on fries. You can put anything on fries, and then it's the best food.
Or bread. You can put anything on bread.
Yeah.
Like anything. There's
Anything.
places in the UK where you can get like a pie, like an actual pie, and put it on the bread and then like gravy.
I mean, that's great. I mean, you know. I mean, I'm gonna go take the next ticket out to the UK. I feel like that's
Yeah,
my
right.
home now.
Come
You
on
know,
over.
that's Carb City right there. I love it. I love it,
Oh
guys.
yeah, that's the way. Oh, mac and cheese as well. There's a
Mm.
shout out to mac and cheese.
Shout out to Mac and
Hold it down.
Cheese. Awesome, guys. Next question: if you could pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest vocalist on your next record or a producer you'd like to work with in the future, who would it be?
Shit. Okay.
What,
Okay.
like dream?
I feel
Dream
like
people.
how about you give me one that is like super realistic that you feel like could definitely happen within the next year, and then one that's just like
Oof.
off the wall, like
Okay.
out of
I
nowhere.
think the next year one's harder. Like
Yeah, definitely.
Dream People, we really like the production style of people like John Feldman, obviously, because he
Yeah.
makes so many great rock albums. Rob Cavallo, same reason, loads of great rock albums. Rick Rubin, just because it'd be fascinating.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like what you've got to if you can.
Why not?
Yeah, there's a ton of great producers in like studios and places like that I'd love to work at, like Electric Lady at Land, or even in the UK, like Middle Farm Studios. It's like
Yeah.
these really remote studios. That'd be really fun. Collaborations at Kanye, maybe.
Ooh,
Get him on the gospel
there you
vibe.
go.
Make a gospel track with him.
I feel like we did this recently.
We
obviously,
played-
like Gerard Way would just be like, just because we could all like stand and cry while he sings, like that's fine. It'd be the only reason for us to cry.
He made the artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else did
You always say like Patrick Stump.
like
because,
Pat Stump,
But
yeah.
you'd always, it's almost like you don't want him on a track because
Because what would I do? What would I do?
He just kills it. You're like, kind of want
you sing
someone.
my bit too.
Kind of want someone who sucks a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've always been talking to like people, especially in our area as well, like collaboration.
Yeah, sure.
Something we want to do in the future. So like more hip hop acts, more like DJs or producers, more people that aren't necessarily in our world.
Yeah, sure.
That's quite important for us to sort of, like you were saying, to bring out that other side of us. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe watch this space because there's going to probably be more things next year where we do actually work with more people.
We really enjoy it.
There we go.
There's only 3 of us, so we need someone to come in and help us.
We need what you'd call talent to come in. So we outsource that.
Oh, come on,
and,
give your guys
have
some
friends.
credit. You guys got a lot of talent. I mean, we're on here talking about it, so I feel like there's
we're
I feel
pretty
like you got
great.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the drum. I mean, you got the drum set. You got it all mic'd up. You got it. I mean, you're definitely a few steps ahead of some other people. So I feel like we're on the right track. But that would be awesome. I'd love to hear kind of like a hip hop. I know you had mentioned Kanye too as well, but like, I feel like that's very cool. I love when bands do that. I know like I Didn't Remember just did a track with like Marshmello too. So
Yeah,
like, it's
great as
definitely
well.
in that
Love it.
lane. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's super cool, especially the electronic stuff. It was really good. I got to see them do that at Leeds Fest a couple of months ago, and it like goes off live. It's so good. So yeah, definitely more of that. Maybe some grime UK rappers as well. We'd love some
that'd
more
be
like
really cool.
UK artists like Skepta or something on a track. That'd be just so much fun.
that would be tight. That would be tight, guys. Next question. As I kind of alluded to, you have the drum set behind you, but what's another musical instrument you could master?
I'm still working on this one to master. I'm still working on guitar. I can barely do that.
It's a
but
never-ending
after that-
trek, though, so I feel that. I feel that obviously one here, but
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I like to get better. I do some bits of drums. I basically get our drummer Ross to just teach me drums, and piano are 2 things that I'm working on. 'Cause apart from like guitar and bass, I've got a lot of things that I can only barely do, like ukulele and harmonica, just crap like that you end up acquiring over the years.
Sure.
I've got bongos. Could be a mean
I
bongo
can
player.
play didgeridoo. That's probably the only instrument I can play anymore is the didgeridoo.
Super useful.
Yeah. We've never used it. I don't know why, but I
'Cause
play
they're
it. If you ever
huge.
need it, I
Yeah.
got you.
Do you own one?
Imagine taking that
my
on
grandma
tour.
does.
I've got more questions than you now.
I know. I'm
Why
I'm
does
a
your
little worried
grandma
for
have a
you.
I
didgeridoo?
gave her one.
I'm just that threw me for a loop, and I've been doing this for like almost 4 years, and I've never heard of that. So that is
There you go,
that is
didgeridoo.
a very first.
We're
And
gonna
that
put
would
that
just
on the
be
next track. That's an
Yeah.
exclusive.
there we go. I mean, I feel like that'd be very hard to gig with, just like have
Yeah.
like throw the
Yeah.
How big is
didgeridoo in
it?
your car.
I'd say they're quite long. I think they're like 5 foot maybe. I remember them being like they're only a little bit shorter than me, so
So
Yeah.
5 foot of a wooden
of a
pole.
wooden pole. But you only really need like a mic. Like you don't get electric didgeridoos, or do you?
Can we synth it? Auto tune.
Auto tune.
Yeah.
There we go.
That
Listen,
sound
we're
like
we're
shit.
having
Yeah.
we're having the most musical brain explosion you guys can think of. I love it. I love it. Maybe we'll have to collab on that. But
Yes.
next
Absolutely.
question, guys, a fun one. If you could compile a dream tour, who'd be on the lineup? Obviously, I feel like your band has to be on it. So
Oh, like a festival.
yeah, like a dream lineup, basically.
Dream Festival. The Hella Mega tour that's been announced is kind of close to it. Like you've got those three. So you've got. I don't know if I'd pick that. I wouldn't pick them as my headliners. But if I was to create a festival, is this living and dead as well? Dead
I feel
people.
like keep it to living. I feel like that makes the most
Yeah,
sense.
because otherwise it's going to get too much.
It'll be a little weird.
Okay, I'm going to go for headliners then. I'm going to obviously go for My Chem because this week got me hysterical. So it's going to be that. It's going to be. I'm going to pick. Shit. Do you know what? I'm going to keep it. Oh man, you take this one. I'm going to go
Okay, I
My
definitely also go My Chem.
Okay.
I'd go Lana Del Rey
as a headliner.
as a headliner.
Hold on, I can change this. Dolly
Okay.
Parton as a headliner.
Yeah,
Dolly's and Lana can go under,
just before Dolly.
Yes.
Yeah.
and then your Sunday or whatever can be like your
Say Cardi B.
Cardi B. It's going to be Cardi B. That's
Wow.
diverse.
This is a very diverse
Yeah,
lineup.
you've got like
we
a
got
hip hop
here.
day, a rock day, and like just Legends Day.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
I
nice.
like that. I like that. I'm about that. I would pay very good money for that probably. So let's next question, guys. Kind of the follow up, the Dream Tour, Dream Festival you guys made up. In your opinion, who puts on a great live performance?
A great live performance. Well, like what entails it, or just
I feel like just just seeing like you could either just be like just sure like watching a show and be like, wow, this is nuts, like just the stage presence, all
yeah.
that stuff.
Well, it's funny. We try and always go to see Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, as we mentioned earlier, because we see that as like a field trip. It's like a school trip where you go and you learn from like the master,
Yeah.
and you go away and you do it to a worse standard. Like bands like that, I feel like are kind of. I watch his live show and I'm like, from the minute they take to the stage, from even like the lights and the production
Yeah.
to the minute they walk off, they like have the crowd completely. And I feel like that's and the way they put set lists together, I'd probably credit him to like how we try and put shows
Yeah,
together.
because I went to see him in Stockholm
Nice.
last year, and there was like 10 people in the room, and it was still just like insane. Like as soon as they started playing, it felt like there was like 50,000
Yeah.
people in the
And
room.
I've seen him in front of like 80,000.
Yeah.
It's still the same show. So I think like trying to like play the same show, whether obviously you're in front of like 5,000 or 50,000, is like that's a really good takeaway. I think for a live band is just do the same every time and just like give it everything.
No, I agree. I was actually gonna go see him, but unfortunately he had some issues. I think it was like he got into like an accident or something like that.
He did, yeah.
And
It
he
was
was
really
gonna
bad.
he was gonna do like a bunch of dates and stuff like that. And I was like, man, that's sick. I was like, I've been seeing a lot of his stuff recently. I was like, I gotta go see him. He looks like just a ton of fun, like a lot of energy, and that it's unfortunate and obviously fast recovery to Frank, but
yeah, I think he's rescheduling for next year though. So I think you'll be all right. But,
I think I will be all right. Hopefully, Frank, you want to come on? I know you're the god out here, so if you want to come on, gotta get that out there. You never know.
Yeah.
But next question, guys, a fun one as well. Favorite TV show, favorite movie?
TV show. All right, so I just watched the Breaking Bad movie, and I'm probably going to go back and watch all the Breaking Bads because they're really fucking good, really good. What was I watching earlier as well? What have you been binging?
I've been binging Insatiable on Netflix.
Have you seen it?
It's
Yes.
wild. It's wild. It's
trash.
so good.
It's so bad. Actually,
You can't stop watching it. This is the thing. Every time you're just like, oh, I spent hours watching Insatiable. I'm like, you can't claim to hate it if you can't stop watching it.
I'm not the one watching it. My girlfriend's been watching it, but still, now I'm just like, it's just none of it makes sense. It's about this girl who just like beauty pageants and then she kills people.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
is that not good? In what way? Is
none
that
of
not good?
it's like if they just started making a TV show and then at the beginning of filming they were like, oh well, let's just have this happen.
Let's
They just
do
make it up every
everything.
time.
Yeah.
It's
That's why it's so good. You never know what's going to happen because they don't know what's going to happen.
trash. It's trash, but I've watched a lot of it to be fair.
Oh, also Glow. Glow
Oh,
was great.
Glow.
You-
Glow's
Glow.
really good.
Yeah.
Glow's great. This year's just been about like the classics, really, sort of Game of Thrones. Yeah, just a lot of that. We watch a lot of cartoons as well on
Ooh.
Netflix,
There you go.
as per.
I
'Cause,
just finished watching the US Office. I
Yeah.
watched
Oh.
something that. That's
Yeah.
really good. I can't believe like I haven't watched it before, but yeah.
Big Mouth as well in terms
Yeah,
of
Big Mouth is great.
cartoons. Big Mouth is great.
Awesome, guys. And then obviously, favorite movie. What's your favorite movies, guys?
I hate this question.
Yeah, you go. We always end up talking about your obsession with what is it, Indian horror films that are like terrible
Yeah, I
but
haven't
brilliant.
watched any Indian horror films for a while.
Favorite film? I don't know. I'm kind of stoked on the new Terminator thing because
Ooh,
like
okay.
Terminator 2 is probably like
Okay.
one of my favorite films. I have a soft spot for old Batmans as well. Even George Clooney, who everyone slates, but he gave Batman nipples.
That's true. You're right.
I
You're
love
right.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club's
Ooh.
good.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, classics like that.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got like a lot. Again, kind of like bands, really. We enjoy quite a lot of different kinds of films, and then they end up creeping their way into videos and stuff like this. Like either it's classic horror, like The Shining or something, and then I'll go back and see something that we've made and be like, oh, we have a bunny man in there that kills people, and I see like a small little piece of something else.
It's those little,
Yeah, that
little
wasn't
like.
conscious, but it's there.
It's those little things I feel like fans will pick up on and be like, wow, like
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
that movie, you know, maybe they can do that. So obviously you gave them a little bit of insight into the mind of the music
Yeah,
video.
our own influences, I guess. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Next question. If you were trapped on a desert island and there was one record you could bring with you for the next month, what would it be?
Yeah, Desert Island. Maybe the Black Parade. To be honest, I know
Ooh.
we've.
I feel like I was gonna say the same thing. Like, but if you're bringing Black Parade, wait, are we alone or are we as a band?
I feel like we'll do as a band. No one's ever asked me
Right,
that,
okay.
so I like.
We both brought Black Parade. No.
I don't know then.
You can bring Black Parade.
Okay.
I might bring a Beatles record or something like that.
Ooh,
like
Why
something.
would you do that to us?
Because I feel like you
have
need to
do
remember
this
what
as a
good
band
songwriting
collectively.
is. We'd have to remember what good songwriting is. So maybe something like Revolver. Or I'd just be selfish and be like, you know, all the like.
Then we
I
should
don't know,
probably bring like an old Slipknot album as well.
Slipknot as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna change mine.
Can you bring something nice,
No.
please?
No, I'm gonna stick with Revolver. I'm bringing Beatles Revolver. Ross can bring Slipknot. He can bring like Iowa or something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you can bring the Black Parade, and we'll all rave
Oh,
on
just
this.
be like, why?
Do you know? No, I'm changing it. Fat of the Land by the Prodigy, because we need some like dirty beats for when like you're having a jungle party
There
or
you go.
getting, I don't know, eaten by cannibals, whatever. I just want like some tunes, you know.
There
Yeah,
we go.
Fat of the Land, Prodigy.
Awesome, guys. And then the last thing, tell them about your band, where they can find you out on social media, and anything coming up in the next couple months.
Yeah, sure. AirDrawnDaggerBand.com is sort of the hub of everything that we do. Just Air Drawn Dagger Band on everything, pretty much. So across all socials. We have a new single coming out called Tell Me What You're Scared Of on November 15th. And we're going to be releasing some really cool stuff for that coming up really soon. And there's an animated video with characters that it sort of plays on the world we've been sort of creating with our old other videos, but there's going to be new characters revealed in that as well.
Ooh.
And a UK tour in November with more international shows in the new year.
There we go.
I think that's
Awesome.
everything.
I think that's everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on.
There you go. Well, that's what we like here at Audio Addiction. I want to give a shout out to, I think it was These 5 Years you had mentioned to me that you had
Yes,
watched
yeah,
theirs
yeah.
thing. So I got to give a shout out to them because they're the
Love them.
homies and I love them. So give them some love. But you should check out Air Drawn Dagger. Links will be in the description where you can find out about their band, their music, anything coming up. If you live internationally like myself, hopefully 2020 is the year, you know, maybe not. But check those links, go follow them, go give them some love. And if you enjoy this interview, share it, like and subscribe. It goes a long way. And thanks, of course, to Air Drawn Dagger for coming on tonight.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
All right, guys. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.